Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
And thanks for starting your day with us. Developing overnight, Sioux Falls police are investigating an incident in the northern part of the city. Our KELOLAND news crew was on scene and able to capture this video. It happened near the Arnold Parks apartment complex at the corner of North Prairie and West Bailey Street, which is just off of Russell Street. We hope to learn more at this morning's police briefing. You can watch it live on KELOLAND.com starting at 10:30. The Attorney General's office says it is investigating a shooting death in Arlington, South Dakota. Agents with the Division of Criminal Investigation got called to a shooting in Arlington shortly after 5 a.m. Sunday morning. Authorities haven't released the name of the person who died. The DCI is leading the investigation, and agents say there's no danger to the public. KELOLAND News spoke and asked with a spokesperson with the Attorney General's office if it was a homicide investigation or if any arrests had been made, but the spokesperson responded that he had shared all available information. Kingsbury County Sheriff Steve Strandy says that one person was shot and killed at the home in Arlington. A federal grand jury has indicted 28-year-old Jeremy Richards of Mission, South Dakota on charges of sexual abuse and distribution of a controlled substance to a person under 21. The U.S. Attorney's Office and Department of Justice allege that Richards gave meth to a victim and sexually abused her when she was incapable of consent in August of 2021 in Todd County. Richards is also accused of distributing meth to two others under 21 in January. Richards pleaded not guilty to the charges last week. He's in custody awaiting trial. Huron police are sending out a reminder to drivers after a crash near Memorial Park. The department says it happened while officers were helping with traffic control for the annual Andes Road Race. A patrol car was sitting along Highway 14 with its amber lights on. An approaching car didn't move into the passing lane and hit it. Major damage was done to the rear of the patrol car, but no one was seriously hurt. Authorities remind drivers that it's law in South Dakota to move over for emergency vehicles. Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Heating up this week, Scott.
Well, good morning there, Sarah. Yes, it is. Temperatures will hit the 80s and 90s for today. A chance for 100-degree heat for some in central and south central South Dakota, as we'll have mostly sunny skies and light winds, but the winds will come back for tomorrow, and they will last into Thursday. More details on a KELOLAND Live Doppler forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. The derecho that swept through KELOLAND on May 12th impacted communities big and small. McKinnon Park in Sioux Falls was hit hard. Trees were knocked to the ground while the fence on the north end of the tenants' courts was flattened. Nearly 4 months later, a few small projects remain, but Kelby Maris with Sioux Falls Parks and Rec says the sheer amount of work across the city was the biggest challenge.
We went through our hazard priority rankings and did those things first, but they were spread out throughout the city. So we were constantly moving back and forth across the city, addressing the work.
Maris says 500 trees were planted in Sioux Falls city parks last year, with another 500 scheduled for next year to help maintain the urban forest. The flower shop in Sioux Falls is now open, making it the first medical marijuana dispensary in the city.
It's been 10 months since the company was one of 5 selected in a random lottery to open dispensaries in Sioux Falls. The owner says, though it's been a long, tough process, he's excited to help South Dakota patients.
I mean, we're hoping to serve the community, to have nice, professional, safe place for people to come here and buy cannabis.
Customers must have a South Dakota medical marijuana card to shop in the store. The need for food donations is on the rise in the Brookings area.
84-year-old Carl Madsen has been working on his 10-acre garden all summer long, growing a variety of vegetables to donate to Feeding Brookings. Organization leaders say these donations are specifically important as the need for food has been significantly increasing in the community.
Well, we know that food insecurity is high, and with the pandemic, our numbers tripled. And now with inflation, we don't expect the numbers to go down.
Their numbers increased from handing out 5,700 boxes of food in 2019 to 12,780 boxes in 2021. This year, the number is expected to be around 15,000.
And coming up this afternoon, we launch KELOLAND News First at 4. The newscast will feature an hour of news, weather, and community information.
Don Jorgensen and Kelly Volpe will be anchoring, while meteorologist Adam Rutt will be watching the weather and tracking storms. And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather for today with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather today, well, warming up after these morning temperatures in the 60s. We're expecting 90-degree weather. Pretty common along the James Valley and points west. We're probably going to be close to 100 for a high in winter today. I would say probably Pierre at least mid-90s. Sioux Falls, not that hot, but upper 80s. Tonight we're back down again in the upper 50s and low 60s, but right back up we go tomorrow. And that southerly wind will really help crank these numbers up in central and western South Dakota. And with that, there's going to definitely be more talk about fire danger and red flag warnings. I know we have that going today in the northwest. I'm likely going to see more of that as we watch this cold front. Now, that is going to enter the picture late Thursday into Friday morning. Once that happens, then we could get some rain behind that, stretching from the Black Hills to Aberdeen. And notice that it's kind of an elongated pattern there of rain. It's probably not necessarily, in fact, I would really hesitate to call that much of any thunderstorm activity. That's mainly just going to be rain once it gets going. Now, Sioux Falls may have some claps of thunder and some of that activity Friday afternoon into Friday night. And then if you get underneath some of these cells, you know, there can be some nicer rains here. That's our hope. We'll continue to watch that. Obviously, we got to work out where exactly on the maps those bands are going to set up, and that's something that's still up for debate. Highs today, 90 in Aberdeen, Sioux Falls area, 88. Your 7-day forecast. We positioned Sioux Falls in there at about a 40% chance of rain. Friday, and then let's linger that into Saturday. Let's see if we can generate more rain in at least the morning hours. That'll cut the highs, too, down to 69 on Saturday. Numbers in Aberdeen also being trimmed into the 60s on Saturday. So that's quite a change here. This is not just a little wimpy front. We've got some energy behind this thing, and it's really going to feel like fall to kick off your weekend. Now, Pierre, perhaps not as much rain on Saturday. We've kept that dry for now. I would say Friday, though, there should be rain around into western South Dakota as well. I think we'll see a big drop in temperature from 90s to 60s. So that's a front. Find out more details about that front online at KELOLAND.com.